On January 11th, 2023, I went to Mikkeli, Finland to give a talk on the Metaverse. This is how the day went and a short summary of the talk. This talk was part of Helsinki Science Day, a day that was organized for us academics, professors, to talk to high school students about our research and what we do. Our hope was to get them interested in science. The Science Day was taking place at the Mikkeli University Consortium. Here you see me making my way through the Helsinki train station to board the train going to Mikkeli. Mikkeli is a town approximately 2.5 hours by train from Helsinki, so it's not very far from the city where I live. The train ride was very smooth. There was a lot of cinematic views outside the window, but I was busy putting the final touches on my talk to properly admire the views. Nevertheless, I caught sight of this interesting long train carrying chopped wood across cities. I frequently see this train on Finnish railways and it always stops me and fascinates me because of how it seems to go on forever and forever and forever. Arriving at Mikkeli, I did not film a lot. I was kind of in a hurry to get to the University Consortium and I had less than an hour to make my way there, which was more than enough. However, when I found the taxi station, it was empty and I had to call a taxi and waited for around 30 minutes before one could arrive. I arrived at the university and was immediately greeted by the organizers and the head of the University Consortium. Here again, out of respect, I did not take a lot of footage. There were 2 other speakers at the event before me and we were immediately taken to the auditorium to prepare for our talk. Here you see me taking the stage and explaining in terrible Finnish why I would be giving my talk in English. Okei, moikka! Mä oon Donna Hassan, olen perentaisen egyptiläinen ja siksi puhun suomea pahemmin kuin 3-vuotias. And this is why we will do this in English. Like I said, I talked about the Metaverse, a word that has garnered a lot of attention in recent years. And as of today, there isn't a singular place that is called the Metaverse. You can't, for example, go to metaverse.com and sign up to enter the Metaverse. But the word Metaverse refers to virtual reality and VR technologies that we can use for different purposes. I started by telling the high school students about the science fiction origins of the word and that it represented an idea of creating a world where we can be anything and do everything that we wanted, or at least so was the idea. It is fascinating, really, and it is a kind of a dream that has occupied humankind for a very long time. In the Metaverse, in VR, you can travel to any country you want, meet new people, learn new skills such as surgery or svergery as we talked, construct any model that you want, construct cities, construct anything that you can dream of, and of course play mind-blowing games in VR. Facebook, now Meta, has been making a lot of investments into VR headsets, and that has changed the industry quite a lot. The Oculus Quests are some of the best value for money that is offered, and through this effort, Meta is trying to move fast and become the market leader of VR. It is a huge opportunity for it. But are we okay with Meta becoming the market leader of VR? Are we okay with one company or even a small number of companies controlling VR and the Metaverse? We discussed privacy and security concerns and what it means when we have an industry, any industry, dominated by a few giants. We also discussed that VR is not a very inclusive technology. Many women, for example, experience cyber sickness from VR. Many people with
disabilities can't use VR altogether, and it is not a cheap technology that everyone can afford, even with all our effort to make it cheaper and more accessible. If so, then who is this new universe, Metaverse, for? Is it the same people who have been dominating our current universe? Are we creating yet another world for rich, able males? These were big questions that we discussed, and I was very happy and surprised with how high schoolers engaged with these ideas and were very eager to share their thoughts and ask questions. Overall, it was a very wonderful experience, and I tried to leave them with the idea that any technology can be good or bad. Steam engines, dynamite, fossil fuels, all of these discoveries brought a lot of benefits to us, but we cannot deny that they have also had their negative sides. Our role as scientists and humans in general is to be thoughtful about the things we do and be responsible with the technologies we develop. After the talk, I had dinner and a lively conversation with colleagues from Mikkeli, but I did not again take a lot of footage as I made my way to the train station. I kind of just wanted to focus on the conversation with my colleagues and enjoy the evening. On the train, I explored this bag that was a gift, a thank you from the university consortium. It had a copy of the NUC magazine where there was an article about me, my research, and the course I taught at the Alto side of the university consortium. I will try to link the magazine article below. In the bag there was also this linen towel, and if I understand correctly, it was made by a local company in Mikkeli. I'm not sure, but it was certainly a nice gesture from the university. It was a wonderful day. I loved presenting my work to a new audience, and I was happy to think that I might have had some impact today.